Welcome to another session of Hasan browsing the news. He is currently very invested in the Russian-Ukraine war. He wants Putin to win. He's been a long fan of Putin ever since he's known him, which is about a week. Let's see what's the latest news. Okay. See what the Independent has to say about Boris.
Let's be honest, like what everyone wants to know is, are we entering a bear market?
YouTube ads, let's skip them.
This is a very dangerous moment in our history. We stand on the brink of what could be a war in Europe. I think it would be an absolute disaster. It'd be a disaster for Europe, a disaster for Ukraine, and a disaster certainly for Russia if there were to be an invasion.
Okay, Boris is saying it's a disaster. Who's he sat next to?
At this conference,
If there's any comments there.
in support and in
I mean, this is all good news for governments, isn't it? I mean, they can scam the public out of more money.
the security conference, and I said exactly the same thing.
Yeah, it looks like a start of a new pandemic rather than war, to be honest. Yeah, that does. See what Reuters have to say. Yeah, it looks like a briefing for the pandemic.
This is a very dangerous moment in our history. We stand on the brink of what could be a war in Europe. I think it would be an absolute disaster. It'd be a disaster for Europe, a disaster for Ukraine, and a disaster certainly for Russia if there were to be an invasion. And I think everybody at this conference wants to stand united in support and in solidarity with Ukraine.
Okay, that's the Ukrainian Prime Minister, I think.
Good morning, I'm happy to meet you. The Prime Minister of Great Britain has just said that we are meeting at a very dangerous moment for Ukraine, for Europe and for the whole world. I would like to add that it is very important to know who's on our side in all this. It's important to know one has genuine, reliable friends, not in theory but in practice, like Prime Minister Boris Johnson and Great Britain.
Okay, let's have a look at Kamala Harris warning Russia. That should be funny.
Invades Ukraine. The United States, together with our allies and partners, will impose significant and unprecedented economic costs. We are prepared together.
I don't think Putin's bothered about sanctions, dear.
Will be swift, severe, and united. We will impose far-reaching financial sanctions.
This is making him laugh.
We will target Russia's financial institutions and key industries.
Like he's really going to be bothered about that.
Target those who are complicit and those who aid and abet this unprovoked invasion. Make no mistake, the imposition of these sweeping and coordinated measures will inflict great damage on those who must be held accountable. And we will not stop with economic measures.
Okay, that's interesting.
We will further reinforce our NATO allies on the eastern flank. In fact, together, we have already taken steps to strengthen our deterrence and collective defense. We have deployed an additional 6,000 American service members to Romania, Poland, and Germany. We have put another 8,500 service members in the United States on a heightened sense of readiness. As President Biden has said, our forces will not be deployed to fight inside Ukraine, but they will defend every inch of NATO territory.
I think this is Putin's ultimate game, really, is to split the US and Europe up. If he achieves that, that's all he's after, really, isn't he? Really bothered about Ukraine, but as long as Europe and US are strong, he needs Ukraine under his belt. Thanks guys watching the news. Hasan checking out.